It's Tom Grody. It is time for 7 Minutes of Sunshine. Thank you so much for joining me this morning on this Monday morning. After a great weekend, hope you had a great weekend. We had a couple prides this weekend. My husband spoke at a Burlington Pride, which was pretty cool, and the Reynoldsburg Pride. And I know there were prides at Westerville and all kinds of places. So Pride is happening all over the place. And we were out and about. It was really nice to be out there. So it was a great weekend, and I was with my daughter Emrat last night, and it was probably around 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I said, Amy, what should I talk about on my 707 tomorrow? And she said, Poppy, you need to talk more about health. So what was cool about it is we searched the YouTube, and she got to listen to a couple of these videos, which I thought was great because she needs to, because she's a kid. And so here we picked this one. Amaret helped me. So I'm going to show this. It is a little bit educational today, but I've talked about in the past bringing up a little bit about sugar, because we talk about trying to cut back on the sugar. So I'm going to go ahead and play this, and we'll talk about it on the other side. All right. All right.
There's been a lot of talk lately about sugar being bad for you, which is a bummer because sugar is the best, right? I mean, who doesn't like sweetness? You can hate on any other taste and it's totally understandable. Bitterness, sourness, saltiness, umami. Yeah, that's right, umami. Apparently it's a taste. And you know what? Not everyone loves it. But sugar, pretty much everyone likes the sweet, sweet taste of sugar. But now some scientists are saying sugar is toxic. Really, scientists? Couldn't you have just looked the other way on this one? We all know that sugar isn't the healthiest thing, but it's not dangerous, right? Well, it turns out that it totally can be. Here's a sad statistic. For the first time in history, U.S. children are not expected to live longer than their parents. Why? A lot of it has to do with the fact that cases of obesity, type 2 diabetes, and heart disease are through the roof. There's another sad statistic. Today, 1 out of every 3 U.S. adults is obese. Not overweight, obese. 1 in 3. But what does this have to do with sugar? Sugar's been around forever, so why is it suddenly making us so sick? What changed? What changed is we've dramatically increased the amount of fructose we consume. Fructose is the sweet stuff that's in sugar, and high fructose corn syrup, sugar's newer and cheaper twin. Fructose can do damage to your body in ways we are just beginning to understand. What kind of damage? Let's start with the nerdiest part of the body, the brain. Just recently, scientists discovered a hormone called leptin. Leptin's job is to tell your brain that your body's had enough to eat. Guess what gets in the way of that job? Sugar. When you indulge in soft drinks and junk food, your brain has a hard time recognizing leptin, so you stay hungry longer and eat more than you should. This causes problems with your pancreas. Your pancreas produces insulin, which helps regulate your blood sugar. The more sugar you have in your bloodstream, the harder your pancreas has to work. And an overworked pancreas can lead to bad things: obesity, metabolic syndrome, and type 2 diabetes. And when you consider heart disease and liver disease, both of which can be caused by sugar, then yeah, sugar is bad. Okay, cut down on the sweets, right? Not as easy as it sounds. High fructose corn syrup is now added to foods that never had sugar before. Food you wouldn't expect. In fact, a recent study found that 80% of the food items in America now contain added sugar. 80%. But, like a good raincoat, this trend is reversible. Educated consumers can change the way food is manufactured simply by making better choices. Food companies only make what we buy, right? So avoiding food and drinks with added sugar will force the food industry to produce healthier food and stop adding sugar. But we have to start now, because sugar is killing us.
There, how sunshiny is that today? Yeah, so that's been on my list. My daughter Amrit helped me pick that today, as I said in the beginning. And this is a biggie with our self-care is the sugar is really bad. It's like the worst. It's worse even it's better even to not exercise than to eat sugar. It's kind of like 80% of really feeling healthy is our diet, and then the other 20% is exercise. So the sugar, cutting back on that would really help you feel better. Doesn't mean you can't ever have it. We had big ice cream cones last night. They were so good from Jenny's. But it just means cutting back. It means being aware of how much sugar, high fructose syrup especially, is in our foods. And just as the self-care thing says, holding ourselves in the palm of our hands, always starting with loving ourselves, keeping hydrated, drink lots of water that kind of fills you up a little bit, eat lots of fruits and vegetables instead of sugar. And so if you get that sugar craving, fruit's the way to go. It goes into your bloodstream a lot slower, gives your liver a chance to do what it needs to do and all that kind of stuff. So that is the Sugar 101. If you want to learn more, just go on YouTube and just put sugar bad. You will get about 1,000 videos and you can pick the one that you like the best. But understanding what it does to your body, this beautiful, wonderful, fantastic body that we're so lucky to have, right? So there you go. There's a little sugar lecture. I hope you have a great week. And remember, even when it's really damn cloudy out, the sun is always shining and you are the sunshine. I'll see you tomorrow. Great interview tomorrow. Nikki Antonio will be joining me. She's the first out legislator in the whole Ohio House or Senate. Now she's the only one. It's ridiculous that she's the only one, but we'll get to hear from her tomorrow. So happy Pride, everybody.